I'm a big fan of teachers. This will be the first Killing Whiskey history I'll do about teachers, but it won't be the last. I'm opening this one because I'm celebrating my birthday. I'm not just wearing this crown because I love it. At age 17, William Teacher participated in a strike against the mill he was working at and was quickly fired. He then went to go work at a grocery store, started dating the owner's daughter, and eventually married her. By the age of 19, he was able to get the store a liquor license, and he started blending his own whiskey. At age 25, he opened up his own pub, or he was calling it a dram shop at the time, that served wine, beer, and whiskey. By the age of 40, he had 20 of these pubs around Glasgow and got into the wholesale business of wine, beer, and whiskey, mostly whiskey. By the time he passed away, he had the largest pub business in Glasgow. His sons took it over for him, and they were followed by his son-in-law. By 1898, the success of Teacher's Highland Cream blended Scotch whiskey was such that they needed more malt whiskey. So they built Ardmore Distillery. Production started in 1899. The brand continued to grow, and the success continued to expand until the late 1950s, where they needed to obtain more malts. So they purchased, William Teachers and Sons, purchased Glendronach Distillery. In 1972, Teachers sold 1 million cases of Teachers, and that got the attention of plenty of corporations. In 1976, Allied Breweries purchased William Teachers and Sons. Now, the bottle itself, how old is it? Firstly, we have alcohol measured in proof. That means that this bottle is from before 1990. The measurement here is in milliliters, which means it is from 1980 or later. You'll notice there is no tax stamp, which means this is likely from after 1985. Because there's no government warning anywhere on this bottle, that means it is from 1989 or earlier. So the best guess for this bottle of Teachers is that it was bottled between 1986 and 1989. This bottle of Teachers Highland Cream was bottled probably between 1986 and 1989. So it's been sitting all closed up for nearly 30 years. It does not have a cork. It is a screw top, which is a good sign, which means I'll have less of a mess. There's a lot of like seaside kind of notes. You know, if you can picture like rotting seaweed and sand and seashells and just ocean air. Or some like green apples, like I think like Granny Smith apples. The peating reads kind of ocean-like, as I was saying before, and herbal rather than smoke and moss. There's a really nice toffee note actually, if you picture like toffee pudding. There's a nice solid toffee pudding note. How about I give this a sip? It's kind of nice. And it has some white fruits to it that aren't in the nose. There's a big punch of lime. Like, just took a bite out of lime. It's the minerality, if that's a word, and the lime that really drive it forward. It's the main driver in it. There is no vanilla. There is no caramel. I mean, this is American oak free. Though this isn't like smooth and simple, it is quite drinkable. And there's a lot of barley. You can actually comes in the finish. Oh man, there's so much lime in it. It's great. It has a massive finish. I mean, this is where the smoke comes in. This is where the barley comes in. This is what it is. It is meant to be a little grittier than like Chivas or probably most of the Johnny Walkers. What's happening in the nose? You see, I'm getting to the bottom of the glass here. What's happening to the nose is that some of those old European oak ex-sherry puncheons are starting to read now. And it's very nice. It's not overwhelming. A little bit of dried fruit, a little bit of cocoa. And it's also, by the way, getting a wasabi note. This brisk, like, whew.
Papa.
Looks like my time is up.